Hello everyone, welcome to Season 7 of Born to Win. We are in the Vanarama National League. One more step to go before we're in the EFL. Let's get into today's episode. Now it is the 1st of July. We are in the brand new season with Cadbury Athletic, a lot of big teams in the Vanarama National League as well. Teams like Oldham, Southend United, even Walsall as well, so it'd be a very tough contest for ourselves. Carrying on from last season, Brandon Cooper is still our captain with Jaden Dans, Ted Mengi and Terza Tizic, who has finally got a face now as well, which is fantastic to see there. So the new again face pack has been updated for the season, and it's been a lot of improvements with Terzic. 13 finishing, 16 determination, 17 teamwork. Yep, his concentration decisions aren't fully there, but some good physicals, and hopefully he can do a very good job at this level for ourselves. And with a new season means new kits, eBay sponsoring us this year, purple and a pink and black stripe. The guys are going to look good this season. And as a newly promoted team, we are predicted to finish 10th this season, 16 to 1 chance to win the league, with Southend United and Crewe being pretty much the bookies' favourites here. Also Wellstone and Walsall in the top 4, so as I mentioned, a lot of tough teams that we have got to face against this season, but I'm hopeful that we can at least hopefully get into the playoffs with the right additions. And speaking of new additions to the squad, there's 4 players that came in on a free at the end of last season. Obviously Ted Mengi joined us in the season as well. Edmund Abubakar has finally managed to join us from FC Northland. He's been on trial for the last couple of seasons with us while he got his work permit. He's now turned 18. We've gone in for 2 years. Hopefully we can get promoted and allocate an ESC slot for him in the future. But very happy to finally get Edmund Abubakar into the squad. Same with Daniela Sulic. He was released, I believe it was from West Ham United. He's come in with some good, not good experience, but good physical attributes here. 10 tackling, 11 technique. I mean, it's not fantastic, but some good bravery and work rate as well. So hopefully he can put in a shift at left back for ourselves. Jeremy Graves, another one that's come from a London club. He's joined us from Tottenham Hotspur. Now, he's 5'10". I'm not going to play him as a centre-back. He hasn't got the jumping reach of Cannavaro. So he's going to be kind of a makeshift centre-back when he's not playing at right-back for us. 16 tackling, 17 teamwork, 18 bravery. A very good player on the right-hand side there. Work rate of 13 isn't the best, but he should do a very good job. He's only 18 years of age. Jamaican international, maybe. I don't think he's going to play for England, but if he can play internationally, then fantastic. Ewan Hake has joined us from Manchester United, again on a free. £425 a week, not a cheap deal. Hopefully he's someone that we can flip for a profit, and yeah, he looks a little bit like Lord Farquhar from Shrek, so hopefully he can give us some royalties in the future there. And looking at other transfers transfers out, Jordan Davis has left us to go to Portsmouth for 100,000. He was kind of our first choice keeper at the end of last season, and there's a reason why we have got rid of our goalkeeper, because Scott Hart has joined us, another one from a London club. Arsenal released him in the summer, and Scott Hart has joined us. He's going to be our first choice goalkeeper this season. Hopefully no injuries, but we have got Harry Evans if that does happen. Mark Kent was released from Aston Villa, a left-sided winger. Is he going to get any football? I'm not fully sure. £130 a week and a 1-year deal has been offered. If he can improve, he's a potential League 2 standard player, but for now he's leading Vanarama North and South, a backup and nothing more. Matt Farrell, very similar on the right hand side. Montserratian, yeah, I think it was Tottenham Hotspur. No, ignore that. West Brom, we've got him in for on a free. I mean, this guy's physicality is very nice. Forget the strength. 16 acceleration, 18 natural fitness, 15 pace, 17 aggression. Hopefully he can bomb up and down the right hand wing. I mean, 6 finishing. I don't think we're going to play him as a centre forward, but a right inside forward is what we're looking at for Matt Farrell. And lastly, we have brought in another striker just to offer some competition to Jaden Dans. Brought him in from Burnley on loan, 21 years of age. I mean, he's 6'4", 14 jumping reach, but can't hit the ball. 14 finishing, some good first touch as well. A bit of a Valtway course about him, especially coming from Burnley as well. I'm very excited for what he can do. He's out of contract at the end of the season, and if we can pick him up on a free, I'll be more than happy. Now we are sticking with the 4-1-4-1 mastery as we go into the Vanarama National League. This is kind of how we're going to be looking at this season, with new signing Hart in goal. Mengi looks like he may be the better right back, but we have got Jonathan Williams, who is currently out with a suspension. Cooper, Samuels, Sulic, new signing as well. Abubakar finally joins us. Be very interested to see how he gets on this season. Myers, Temi Tope in the attacking midfielder position with Punter. Tizic, I think he's doing quite well so far. He's improving and he needs more game time. So with Reindorf being out of contract, we're going to put Tizic as our left winger, as an inside forward, with Dans as our main striker. Now, in today's episode, or to kind of start off with this series, we have got Southend United to play in the Vanarama National. Hopefully, we get a very good result with this. I'm not sure how we are going to play, if I'm being honest, if this tactic can take us a little bit further on. We haven't made as many transfers as I would have liked into this season, but, you know, I think bringing in the goalkeeper of Scott is absolutely fantastic. And, yeah, Scott Hart. Very interesting to see how we get on, if we can manoeuvre any more of our wages around. Now, Southend has got a very big stadium and a good following as well. But speaking of good following, we seem to have quite a few players, a few fans in the away end as well. So hopefully we can give them something to shout about as Temi Tope goes down straight away. And it has been cleared away. Logan versus Brandon Cooper. And we have also got our other centre-back. If you let me click on him, it's not going to let me do it. As Keron Samuels, who looks quite small in this match engine, but he's actually 6'4", and as Tizic given away a penalty. Oh no. On his debut, Tizic has given away a penalty. Not fantastic. Shipston fires it past Hart. Yeah, not the start we would have wanted. Maybe we don't start Tizic as our left inside forward anymore going forward. I mean, 2 minutes in, it is kind of showing we may struggle. We very well may struggle in this division as Wayne tries to cut out on the left-hand side. What's Myers doing then? Lowell, that 2-0. Oh, just end the game now. End the game now. It's 2-0. Southend. I mean, we are in our lovely new away kit, sponsored by eBay. Maybe we'll be putting this whole team onto eBay because it's not a fantastic start. 2 goals down within the first 10 minutes. Maybe this tactic isn't quite going to work, and if it isn't, we need to find one that will. As Sulic gives it into Tizic, out to Samuels. Samuels gives it back to Hart. I mean, has he got Hart to continue in this game? Cooper gives it to Mengi on the right. Maybe we're missing Mengi in the centre. As Myers gives it back to Cooper. Cooper to Abubakar. Mengi now. Complete right wing back. Myers into the box. It goes from distance and he hits it off the post. It's going to go out for a throw-in only. I mean, maybe, yeah, well, Cooper's having a bad game. 6.4. Samuels isn't having a fantastic game either. As Shipston whips it in. Hart claims that fantastically. I mean, he's on a 6.6, but I don't think it's really a representation of how we are playing. Abubakar to Temi Tope. Punter now. Dan's back into Punter. Loses out to Shipston. I mean, he's having a fantastic game for Southend so far. Inside to Logan. Is this going to be 3-0? It is not. Mengi, Cooper, I get it away. Solon back into the box. Mengi heads it, clears. There's a lot going on. I mean, we haven't done too bad. I mean, the penalty's a penalty, but Sulic whips it in. Out to Tizic. Yes, he gets one back. Fantastic. His first goal of the season. Obviously, it's our first goal of the season. Makes up for the penalty there with a lovely finish from outside the box. Is that going to give us a bit of hope? We are going to demand more. Hopefully, there is more to come in this second half. I mean, Southend United, they're a big team anyway, and to see them in the Nationals isn't what we want to see. We're going to thrash our arms, get your act together. The players seem to react to that. Tizic on a 7.1. Jalen Dan's on a 6.4, however. It's not great. There's a few players that are not playing too well here. I mean, Mengi, we're going to bring you in for Cooper. I'm going to put Graves out at right back. Another new signing coming in. Obviously, we've got Sulic here as well. 6.3, who's that? Temi Tope. I mean, I do like Temi Tope. We are going to keep him on. We have got Punter. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll bring off Temi Tope. We'll bring in another new signing in Usain Hake. Hopefully he can manipulate the middle of the park and open up a couple of chances for ourselves. One with Temi Tope, the fact that he's out of contract at the end of the season, it's a little bit concerning because of the work permits and whether we will get another work permit for Temi Tope to stay with us. I'm not sure when the ESC slots do kick in. I'm hoping it is national, but who knows, as Samuels heads it clear. Solan's got all the time in the world though. Dan's to chase down Kakata. Lowell into the box, and it's just gone over the bar. Not sure if Hart would have had that covered completely, but Southend, they are on the attack again. It is off the post, it's ping pong around in the box, and Solan was offside. I mean, Dan's is still on a 6.4. We're going to bring him off as Hake is going to bring it away. Dan's up there as well. It's 4-on-2. Hake, what have you got? Don't waste this opportunity. Into Tizic. Tizic's on its own. He's gone in. 2 for Tizic. Inside forward. He's definitely made up for that penalty now. We've brought it in. 2-2. Fantastic stuff. I think we are going to bring off Jaden Dans now. And we are going to bring in Michael Reindorf as our striker. I mean, Samuels isn't playing great. Nor Sulic. And nor is Jeremy Myers. I mean, how many subs do we have? We only have 3. So we are going to stick with who we have. I mean, Reindorf, do we want to bring you in? Let's just do it. Let's see how we get on. I mean, Tizic, if he makes the left inside forward position his own, it'll be very interesting to see if we can bring in another striker to challenge Dan's up the top end of the pitch as Myers brings it inside to Mengi. Mengi now to punter. Hake goes from distance and not confidently cleared away from the goalkeeper. Maybe it took a deflection. I don't know. But Sulic is going to whip this in. Hake in the middle, but Beach has collected it easily. I mean, we've come from 2-0 down. Hopefully we can push on and get the winner here. And not a lot is happening. I mean, Reindorf hasn't done too badly. I think a striker is going to be at the top of our priority list going in to the rest of the season. I think the first game has been a good eye-opener for us. There are some players that aren't really what we need. As Moore gives it back to Kataka. Myers tackles him. Kataka again whips it in, head it away. And Samuel Buck has broken our hearts. 3-2 in the 93rd minute. I mean, if you look at how we ended last season, don't concede a 4th. I don't think we deserve a 4th to go against us. Shipston looks like a good player. Going to be way out of our price range, however, though. And he puts it back to Moore. Buck. It is 4-2. Scott Hart got a fingertip to it. But as the commentators say, that is going to be game over. I mean, Tizic got 2 goals, but yeah, we was definitely undone by more quality players there. Now we are coming into the halfway point of the season and we are top of the Vanarama National. 17 wins, 5 draws and 5 losses this season, plus 31 goal difference. But Crew do have a game in hand on us and they're only 3 points behind, so that can all change. But if we have a look at how we are getting on here, not too bad considering our media prediction. Although we have got some kind of bad news to go through. And that is a big injury for Sal Punter. He's out for 7 months. He's done his cruciate ligament. So, yeah, best of luck to Sal Punter. But we won't be seeing him for the rest of this season. Hopefully for season number 8 when we are in League 2, if we can get there. But yeah, we're doing quite well so far. However, we were knocked out in the Emirates FA Cup second round to Scunthorpe United. So, not a fantastic cup run there. Our finances, hopefully, we are on minus 28,000. We're still a part-time club. We kind of need to get promoted in order to turn professional so we can actually start training our players fully. And we are here for today's game against Oldham. I think they were in the Premier League way back when, and now they're in the Vanarama National League, which isn't fantastic. Dermion Carter, who's having a good season for us so far as our lone player, 14 goals and 2 assists with a 7.26 rating. His heading's gone up to 9 as well, and apparently he can play left back. I'm not sure what's happened there, if we are being honest. But this is how the team is going to line up today. Hart with Nwukchu, Cooper, Samuels and Davies, with Abubakar, Myers, Nyarko, Reindorf and Dans, with Carter as well up front. Now there is a new player there with Nwukchu, and regarding transfers in, there's a couple that have joined us in. So Cavan Townrow, to be honest, he was a young lad. He was on a free contract, so I thought we'll just get him in. He's on a non-contract, and to be fair, he looks a little bit scared to be here, so maybe he won't be here for the whole season. Luke Doherty from AFC Sudbury, another one. He was 17, I believe. Sorry, 17 when we tried to sign him, but then he's turned 18 years old. He can play in a plethora of positions for us here. Not as a striker, but as an attacking midfielder and as a right midfielder as well. So hopefully he can make a good contribution. He turns 19 in a couple of months. Yeah, £30 a week. It's a no-brainer there. Now, Nwukchu came in from Welling. He's 19 years of age. He can play as a right back, which is where he has been playing for us. He's got some good stats, to be honest. His mentals could do with a lot of improving. 12 tackling, to be fair, his 8 crossing and 10 dribbling isn't the worst, and some good physicals as well. He's played a few games at the minute, 7 games in total, with 1 goal and 2 assists. He's a good backup at right back. And the main man has finally joined us, Ricardo O'Brien, the Anguillan, who again was on trial for 2 seasons with us. He's now joined us fully. He's got a work permit for the next 2 years, well, 18 months, looking at the date that we're on now. 14 tackling, 13 marking, 9 heading, 13 jumping reach. I mean, his strength could do with a bit of improvement, but all in all, good mentals with this guy, and he will be a first teamer for the rest of the season. Now, as I mentioned, we are here for the game against Oldham FC. We are first. Oldham are in 21st place. I mean, Southend have dropped into 8th. I think there's a lot here for us to do, and hopefully we can continue and keep our good form going. We lost our first game of this season, which was pretty sad, but can we turn it around with a win today against Oldham? Let's see how we get on. I mean, Mirza Tizic, he's had a good start to us this season. However, he is a bit fatigued, so we are giving him just a little rest. I'll show you how he's looking so far, but he's got a few goals already for us, and he's going to be a big player moving forward. And Oldham's form, 4 draws and a loss. I mean, it's not fantastic, where we've got 4 wins and 1 draw, so we are undefeated in our last 5 at least. So let's see how we get on. And there we go, our lovely pink and black stripe kit. What more can you ask for? As Sutton take an early lead against Dagenham, Redbridge, Hyde and Barrow taking the leads as well. And Carson has hit the ball just over the bar from a free kick, something we need to be quite wary of. A good header by Dans. Carter into the box is Abubakar. Samuels. He's done quite well as a free transfer, Karen Samuels. I brought him in mainly as a backup, but Myers into Nyarko. Back post to Dans. And a fantastic start for Cadbury Athletic, beating Oldham 1-0 on the 17th minute. A wonderful header from Jaden Dans, and we have got another chance here potentially with Abubakar over the free kick. And Temi Tope, he is having a break as well this season. He is still with us as Abubakar has his free kick tipped just over the bar there as well. Myers now. What can he do? He whips it in. It's headed away from the first defender. Not fantastic. I don't really like that from the corners there. And it has kind of gone out of play, and end of the highlight there. But Nwukchu into Nyarko, into Carter, and Andrews falls on the ball nicely for Oldham and stops the attack in its tracks. That's a big boot up forward. Nwukchu headers it to Myers, who loses out to Lowry. That's not nice, but Myers, he has won it back into Cooper and back to Scott Hart. Now Abubakar, he's dropped in very nicely there into the centre defender role to give a bit of an option to the goalkeeper. But Oldham, they are breaking again on ourselves. Carson down the left hand wing, whips it into Smalley, and it is 1-1. Oldham have pulled one back. I mean, I said we had to worry about Carson. He's put in a wonderful cross there, and they have pegged us back. It's time to shout, demand more at our players. And looking at the stats, we've dominated possession, but the shots on target, they're pretty equal. We've had 3. Oldham have had 3, and it's currently 1-1, and Oldham are on the attack again. Carson into Lowry, that's going to be a goal. It is a goal. Danny Smalley. It's 2-1 to Oldham. Is it going to be 3-1? Carson with the free kick. It's been cleared away from ourselves. I mean, a disappointing capitulation from the team here. We are going to thrash our arms, tell them to start playing football. I mean, everyone in the front line hasn't played fantastic. Myers, Reindorf and Carter. So hopefully we can make a couple of adjustments into the second half as Abubakar hits it long. Headed away. Myers cleared away to Samuels. Samuels a poor pass in, but Abubakar gets it into Dan's. Picks it up again, Abubakar. Gives it all the way back to Hart, into Samuels. Cooper now. I mean, it's just a hit and hope to no one, and Andrews has picked up the ball in the Oldham half. I mean, they are in 21st place, so the fact that we're struggling against this type of opponent, it doesn't bode well for ourselves, especially with Crewe having the game in hand. Carter out to Dan's. Dan's into Reindorf. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty. Is it a worthy penalty? I don't really care. Why is my right back taking this penalty? Oh, he's put it in though. It doesn't matter. Why is the right back taking the penalty? I mean, can we have a look at his penalty taking skills? 6. Brilliant. That's what you want. A 6 penalty taking right back taking the penalty for you. But it doesn't matter. We have pulled a goal back. Clearly, we don't trust our goal scorers to get us back into this game. So, Carter, we're going to bring you off. We spoke about Luke Doherty earlier. We're going to put him just in the attacking midfielder position here. I mean, Sulic, maybe for Davis, Brandon Cooper. I mean, we haven't really got the biggest of right backs to come in. And to be fair, Cooper, we are going to leave him in. Who's this here? Jeremy Myers. Maybe we'll put Doherty there. And we'll bring in Temi Tope as well. We do need to get another goal here. I want to keep our lead on Crewe. 2-3 points if we can help it. .65 played. We have a corner. Doherty whips it in. I mean, it's been headed away. Abubakar to Dans. 3-2. Jaden Dans. Can always rely on Jaden Dans. He's a club record goal scorer for us. I think our players, they are getting a little bit tired now as well. We're going to bring in Jason Williams for Abubakar. And Sharp into Kaba. That was just too easy for Oldham, that was. Pegged us back pretty much straight away there. Not what you want to see. 4 minutes on the timer, and we have been pegged back by Oldham. Crewe, are they drawing? No, they must be winning because we're only a point ahead with a game in hand as well. Can the pink do us well? Is that another penalty? It's right. We're not having the Wukchu taking our penalties for us. Who can take the penalties? I mean, Reindorf. I mean, no one can, to be fair. Jaden Dans is our better finisher. Can he finish it for us here? He can. It's 4-3. It's his hat-trick for today. I mean, can we hold on to this lead now, Cadbury? Let's hold on. We're going to drop it into a balanced mentality and see if that will do anything for us. Doherty to Nwukchu, into Cooper, back to Nwukchu, Williams now. Doherty on the right, into Nyarko, who's been with us since season 1. Hopefully, if we can get to the Premier, Nyarko can stay with us as Reindorf runs down the left. He whips it in. Doherty at the back post. Oh, it's just gone off the post and cleared behind. Another corner here. Doherty. Can he do anything for us? He's going to whip it in. Eventually, he's going to whip it in. He has whipped it in. Samuel's at the back post. Dan's from distance on the volley. I mean, an Oldham can break away here. Cabba to Horton, back to Smalley, who's got a couple of goals today, and it has just ran out. I mean, Smalley, he's looking like a pretty decent player. And we have got the win, finally, 4-3. It was a good effort from the guys, and yeah, a very much needed 3 points. We made it a lot tougher than it needed to be. Now, a little bit of drama here. I've never been in this situation before. I've just made a substitution, and my goalkeeper's got injured. 77th minute, we're drawing 1-1 with Ebbsfleet. I mean, who goes in goal here? Who's our tallest player? I mean, Jaden Dans, can you go in goal? I mean, he's 6'1", 13 jumping reach. Tizic, I mean, he's 17 years of age. I don't want to put him in there. It's a bit of a tough one. This, we're probably gonna have to go with Jaden Dans, and then just hope. Yeah, we don't need a striker for the last 13 minutes of this. Last 7 minutes of this. Last 4 minutes. It's 5 minutes of added time. It must have been a bad injury for our goalkeeper. Can we hold on? We can hold on with Jaden Jans in goal for us. He scored up the other end. Let's just say he made loads of saves at the other half. I think we got away with that one. We have returned to the second to last game of the season. We are halfway through. We're currently beating Gillingham 2-0, and because of this, we are looking to win the title as well. So, Abubakar, what are you going to do? Gives it to Tizic. 3-0. Fantastic. Mirza Tizic with his 10th goal of the season for Cadbury Athletic. A fantastic signing. I think we brought him in when he was 16 years of age. He's really grown into his role this year. We've put him kind of out on the left-hand side as an inside forward. But from this game so far, 16 shots, 7 on target. We are winning 3-0. And hopefully, well, I say hopefully, it is going to continue to be a 7th straight promotion for ourselves. We are going to get out of the Vanarama National on the first attempt as well, which is fantastic. Now, with kind of the series so far with Bourne to Win, I've been doing kind of seasonal overviews going forward. Well, from behind, like really going forward. And I believe going into League 2, I'm probably going to... Oh, Tizic, nearly. Probably going to be a little bit more regular with how I play. I've not really been able to play a lot of this series at the minute, mainly because of other commitments. And if you haven't already, please go and watch the FM versus Showdown with myself and Zach Bourne. So much fun. Hopefully it's something we are going to be doing going forward quite a lot often as well. So I'm trying to look at my channel to be kind of broken down into 3 different types of videos of Football Manager. So yeah, keep your eyes out in the future. But a fantastic victory here for Cadbury Athletic. 3-0 against Gillingham. We are probably going to come back as well for the Izu Trophy or FA Trophy. We are facing Walsall, and a 7th straight championship for Cadbury Athletic. Vanarama National completed it, mate. 7 in a row. We are going to be in the English Football League going into next season. Fantastic stuff. Will we be professional? I really hope so, because the lack of wages, the lack of finances is really crippling me with the players that I want to bring in. The amount of players that want to join us, but they don't want to join on a part-time contract. There's a lot of players on amateur contracts, which I am definitely looking forward to bringing in, hopefully now, if we are made as professional. But let's just enjoy it. 7 straight promotions. A wonderful achievement. This tactic, again, proving that it is fantastic. 26 shots, 9 of those on target, an XG of 2.36. So we are achieving just above it, but fantastic stuff. And I'll see you for the last game of the season. Probably do it the same. I'll come back around about half time and we'll see how we get on. Funny enough, speaking of becoming professional, the board would like to hold a team meeting in order to discuss turning professional with ourselves. Now, I'm not sure whether you have to be a professional football club to be in the English Football League, but the highlights here from the board, we have got an A+ manager performance. The board feel we're doing an unbelievable job and you're clearly the right manager for the job as well. Now, I've taken them from tier 12 all the way now. It will be into tier 5. Well, tier 4 into next season. The board are pleased we won the Vanarama National. Very pleased with the 3-0 victory over Gillingham, which just happened, and delighted by the positive atmosphere in the changing room. They are disappointed by a 2-1 loss to Sutton and also a 2-1 loss against Barrow, but we are going to attend this meeting as well. We'd like your opinion on whether the club should look to turn professional. Well, I love the idea. Nice one. Brilliant. We'll get on that then. We believe it's important to stay on good terms. Thank you. With you, so hopefully we can continue to work together to build a positive future for this club. Let's see how we get on, but board set our initial budgets as well, just while we're here. A transfer budget of 4,000, but a wage budget of just close to 16,000. We have a look at our finances as well. That gives us 4,000 to play with in the wage budget, but if we do become professional, which is able to hopefully be announced by June 2030, so the end of this season as well. Hopefully that'll be one for next season to kind of come back and have a look at the start of next season. But we are crowned the champions of the Vanarama National. We'll kind of just run through how we did perform in this as well. So 45 games played. We have got one more game to play. We've won 30, we've drawn 8, we've lost 7, which isn't great, but you know, I'm not going to moan. 98 points. Hopefully we win our last game of the season. We go up to 101 plus 51 goal difference, which is 15 more than the second place that we have. There's some good players. Hopefully we can look to bring some of those in as well, but it has been a fantastic journey in the Vanarama National. Now, as I promised, I'll be back for the FA IZU final game. Now, something I did miss actually with that as well, we have turned professional, so no waiting until the 30th of June. The club playing in League 2, the board have decided to make the step up to turn a club fully professional. They've indicated that all staff and players will be required to move on to full-time contracts in the near future. A little bit concerning that is, however. I mean, Damian Carter, he is a player that is out of contract at the end of the season. He's been fantastic for us, 18 goals and 4 assists in 37 games. It'll be 38 if he plays the next one, 7.07 rating. He is on loan from Burnley. Hopefully he'll want to join us full time. Now we are going to be a professional football club. Very interesting to see how we get on. But yeah, we are professional up the chalk. And now to round it off, we are here for the end of season review. I mean, there's been a lot of transfers that have been made. Apparently our best transfer from Welling was Oluwaseun Nwokwechu. I mean, to be fair, he's done very well for us. He's played 21 games, scored 3 goals and got 5 assists. He's predominantly a right back, but he can slot in to defensive midfielder as well. He's done well. Is he going to play next season? Who knows? He's got a 7.01 rating. Yeah, we'll have a look and see how he does. A good backup at the very least. I mean, obviously, Diarmuid Carter is a good player. He's 22 years of age. He's going to be 23 if we do manage to sign him for next season. 14 finishing, 14 determination. You know, he's got good composure at 13, 12 decision making, 14 jumping reach as well, 6'4". He got 18 goals and 4 assists this season for us. 7.06. I mean, he's on £400 a week. Potentially, if we can get a good offering for him, it is someone that we can have a look at. But there is going to be a lot of talent potentially that are willing to join us at the end of the season. Scott Hart, he's come in as our number 1, 55 conceded, 11 clean sheets in 39 games. He had a bit of a bad injury as well. He was out for about 5 to 6 weeks. But a leading Vanarama national player, a potential League 1 player as well. So someone to build around. I mean, 14 handling, 13 one-on-ones, reflexes of 9. Definitely could be improved upon, but good jumping reach and decent aerial reach as well. So very happy with Scott Hart. Ricardo Bryan, the Anguillian, as I mentioned, he's going to be absolutely fantastic for us. He does turn 19 at the end of the year, but currently a 3.5-star player to 4, maybe even a 5-star player for us. 16 determinations, very nice. He's got very good mentals here. I mean, 14 marking, 14 tackling, heading can be improved upon, but he's 6'2". I mean, if you improve on his physicals and his heading in the summer, we're going to be looking at a very nice player there. Obviously, I've already mentioned Micah Beerif. Are we going to sell him? I mean, if we get anywhere close to £1 million, see you later, Mika. And that's kind of it when it comes to the transfers. I mean, nothing really special. It's been a year, and it's been a series of just rebuilding the squad. I mean, looking at our season this season, we were champions, 30 wins, 9 draws and 7 losses. We drew our last game of the season, so we did unfortunately not hit the 100 point mark, but 99 points, very happy with that. Carter with 18 goals for the season as well. So our biggest win was a 5-1 against Boston. Match to remember, a 3-2 victory over Halifax, and goal of the season was Ewan Hake as he scored. Running from inside the Boston half, the central midfielder skins an opponent before scoring a daisy cutter from 25 metres. Now, someone like Ewan Hake, he's got a decent value at 600k. I mean, I would be very interested in getting rid of him. We brought him into Manchester United. It was last year as well. Didn't really play for us last year. He's played 23 games this season, 10 goals and 7 assists. To be fair, he's done fine, but he's not really someone that I want to build the team around. We are currently now a 1-star team, so fantastic. We are still locally known as a club reputation. While League 2, get ready to come to the wreck, because you are going to be coming down to Birmingham quite a lot here. Looking at the annual revenue, our sponsorship stayed the same. Broadcast revenue, that's risen. So's corporate and hospitality. Competition prize money has gone up by 110,000. Matchday commercial retail has gone up by 17,000 as well. We made 2,800 in merchandise sales, and the top shirts were Dan's, Nyarko, Beerif, somehow, Mengi and Myers. And this is how we kind of looked this whole season. Tizic, as I mentioned, he's had a fantastic season for us. He's now 18 years of age. He's going to turn 19 early part of next year. He's got some good physicals, some good mentals that are popping up as well, and 13 finishing, 13 technique. I mean, we are playing him as a left inside forward. There are certain attributes that he can improve upon, but I've been very happy with his development this season. 8 goals, 4 assists in 18 league games, 7.31, so very happy with that. Nyarko, he's been here since the start of the season. He's on £95 a week. I'm hoping I don't have to offer him a new contract, but as we are turning professional, who knows what is going to happen. 10 goals, 9 assists in 37 games for us. He's still 27. He's still going to come into his prime. Now, Myers, Jeremy Myers, 22 years of age. He may be one that we look to move on. He's going to sign a new contract for us, but 10 goals and 12 assists in 34 league games, 7.20. He's currently injured. 5 weeks away. Funny enough, he got injured against Warsaw. Temi Tope, we have got a new contract offer in for him. Amika, not sure if you're going to get your work permit. I'm hoping for an ESC slot is going to come in, but can't fully guarantee that. And we've got Edmund Abubakar as well. This guy is fantastic. Absolutely love him. 3.5 star to 4 potential ability. 19 years of age. He has got another year on his contract. Hopefully we can improve it, especially if the ESC slot is a requirement as well. Then Sulic, Samuels, Menji and Jonathan Williams, another one. He's just come back from a spout on the sideline. Although he's not happy that I touted him for a transfer. I don't remember doing that, but I'm a big fan of Jonathan Williams and one to build around. He's our first choice right back after all, and I hope he can do the job in League 2. And then last but not least, Jayden Dans. He's out of contract at the end of the season. I think he's going to get an extension to his contract because we are going to get promoted. I mean, to be honest, he's not good enough anymore, but he did score 15 goals and get 4 assists this season for us. History in the making. I mean, we won the manager of the month for January. We didn't win the manager of the season, which I thought was ridiculous, but you know what can we say? And nothing really to come here other than the Vanarama National success. Now, interestingly, what we're going to do when we come back, we are going to be looking at coming back for the start of Season 8. We are going to be in League 2. Yeah, very interesting to see how we are going to get on with this. There's a lot to do in the transfer market, but if you have enjoyed this series so far, please let me know down below. Who's your favourite player of the series? Who's your favourite player of this episode as well? I mean, our finances, we've got £3,000 in transfer budget. We've got 4,000 in wages. Let's see how we're going to do in League 2. hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you for season 8.